Okay, Project HyperCast, just another update video, and we'll throw in some runs at the end of this on the 6S. This guy is running the Arrma Outcast BLX 185 combo with the 2050 kV 4-pole motor. It is a 150 amp speed controller, which research indicates is a hobby wing knockoff, and it kicks ass. Running a 16 tooth pinion on there. Front and rear diff oil weights are 10,000. Center diff I have just up to 30,000 weight oil. I've had about 7 hours runtime as a nitro, 4 hours runtime electric. Here are some photos of what the inside of my center diff looks like. So as you can see, everything's nice and fresh in there. Very happy with how that's going. So let's hope this adjustment to 30,000 helps me out a bit more. What else? We have some new wheels and tyres on here. I picked these up from one of my local hobby shops. These guys came from OzRC from their bargain bin. I paid $20 for the set of 4, and I've just had them sitting on my shelf for a while. They are a Hobbytech HT 454B tyre. Now, I said I've had these wheels and tyres before. They didn't last very long. The tyres did not last long at all. With a bit of wheel spin when it was a nitro, they just shredded. I think I got like 10 minutes, seriously, out of them. So that was cool because I fitted Badlands to the first set, and I'll probably fit some road slicks to these. So I've dropped the ride height, you can see that. I've made good use of the droop screws. Now, I will say, right down that hole, it's so easy to adjust. Right down that hole, I think it's 2 or 2.5mm hex. Your backs are down there. I was very happy when I realised that. It's not something I'd looked at doing before or was interested in, but yeah, here we are. So, all in all, buggy is kicking ass. This would be my my flagship vehicle. I've got a few other very decent vehicles, but the Hyper is just my favourite. And it's so much fun to drive. It does everything I want it to. So yeah, here we go. Oh, I'm still, as electronics, I'm still running the stock Hobao, however you pronounce it, remote, and I just really like how it turns. It's a very smooth remote. It gets a really good range, so I'll use that for now. I do have something special in the cupboard I will be fitting to this guy shortly. We'll get to that when that happens. Alright, anyway guys, here are some speed runs. I've got to be very careful because these are very dangerously strapped in and the body doesn't fit. I can only get one strap over the top pack. Yes, it can slide forward. So the idea is not to crash and to monitor the battery and make sure it doesn't come out. Anyway, here are the pulls. It's, hopefully she goes all right. All right, HyperCast. I have turned the boost down to 5. Pulling a little bit. Definitely handles different with the lower ride height, adjusting the group screws.
Better, worse, more direct?
Different. adjust the string a bit. Far out. There we go. I need more space. Definitely have more chance of putting the power down on a lower boost.
Well, it's not wheel standing. Check your tyres. Have a look at your tyres, because you can hear them squealing.
They're actually up. No, we've popped one already. It hasn't torn though. They usually tear, but yeah, we've blown that one. Alright, we'll do
Stop.
So that's the HyperCast on the 6S. It is very savage. We'll do a little bit more adjusting and get back to it.
Good. That is quick. I've probably done about 10 runs and blown 2 tyres twice.
HyperCast!
And so you get 3 or 4 runs of tyre, that's excellent.